When Robert turned 66, he thought the occasional dizziness and pounding in his ears were just part of aging. His doctor called it stage 1 hypertension. Not severe yet, but enough to scare him. The doctor mentioned medication, but Robert wanted to try something natural first. So he made a promise to give himself just 7 days, 1 week to try a different way. What he discovered changed his life. And if you're over 60 and struggling with high blood pressure, it might help you too. Let's walk through Robert's 7-day journey. Simple habits backed by science, without any pills, just nature, movement, and some powerful foods that regulate blood pressure safely, especially in seniors. Day 1 started with something most of us ignore: hydration. Robert replaced his morning tea with warm water and a dash of lemon. Why? Because dehydration thickens the blood, putting more pressure on the heart. By simply drinking 2 glasses of water before breakfast, Robert noticed a difference in his energy levels. Studies show that seniors who stay hydrated have better heart rate stability and lower BP within days. But hydration alone wasn't enough. Day 2 focused on potassium, the mineral that helps relax blood vessel walls and counteract sodium. Robert added a bowl of lightly steamed spinach and half a banana to his breakfast. He was surprised to learn that spinach, sweet potatoes, and avocados are far more effective than supplements for potassium. For lunch, he had a beet salad with olive oil, rich in natural nitrates that help expand arteries. The results came quicker than he expected. By the end of day 3, the headaches were gone, and that heavy chest pressure had eased. There's a reason these foods work so fast. Potassium helps flush out excess sodium from the kidneys. Less sodium means less volume in your arteries, and that directly lowers pressure. In fact, the American Heart Association says increasing potassium and lowering salt is more effective than many early-stage medications, especially for seniors who want to avoid side effects. But food is just one part of it. On day 4, Robert added something that took just 10 minutes: slow breathing. In the morning and evening, he would sit near a window, close his eyes, and breathe in for 4 seconds, out for 6. It felt silly at first, but he read that slow, deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural rest and recover mode. It lowers cortisol, slows the heart, and reduces tension in blood vessels. By the 4th session, he actually felt his shoulders drop and mind calm. Then came movement. Not intense workouts, just daily walks. On day 5, Robert committed to walking 15-20 minutes after each meal, especially after dinner. Walking after eating helps prevent post-meal blood pressure spikes, something common in people over 60. He noticed better digestion, lighter sleep, and for the first time in weeks, his ankles weren't swollen. The other thing Robert didn't expect? The power of sleep. On day 6, he focused on winding down earlier. No screens after 9 p.m., and a magnesium-rich snack before bed, a handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds. Sleep is when the body repairs arteries. Even one bad night can raise morning BP. But by waking up more refreshed, Robert felt stronger and more emotionally balanced. 2 things stress tends to rob from seniors. By day 7, Robert had a morning routine: hydrate, eat potassium-rich breakfast, take a short walk, and do 5 minutes of breathing. His blood pressure went from 148/92 to 132/84, without pills. Of course, results vary, but the takeaway is clear. When seniors support their body with the right food, gentle movement, and calm breathing, blood pressure becomes easier to manage naturally. In Part 2, we'll walk through the exact grocery list, specific food swaps, morning tricks, and even a 3-minute bedtime habit that helped Robert keep his pressure stable long-term, and how you can start today, even if you're over 70 and on a budget. Robert's 7-day transformation gave him hope, but maintaining healthy blood pressure naturally after 60 requires simple, sustainable habits. If you're a senior tired of pills, swelling feet, or headaches caused by fluctuating blood pressure, let's dive deeper into the exact food swaps, daily rituals, and science-backed tips Robert used to keep his numbers steady, without medicine. It all begins at the grocery store. Robert didn't buy anything fancy. He stuck to real, whole foods. His new shopping list included spinach, beets, sweet potatoes, avocados, bananas, berries, especially blueberries, pomegranates, white beans, lentils, pumpkin seeds, garlic, olive oil, and dark chocolate. Yes, in moderation. Hibiscus tea and unsalted mixed nuts. Why these? Let's break it down. Spinach, beets, and sweet potatoes are loaded with potassium, magnesium, and natural nitrates, nutrients that relax arteries and improve blood flow. One study showed that drinking beet juice lowered systolic pressure by 5 points in just a few hours. Robert didn't drink juice, but roasted beets became part of his dinner plate. Blueberries and pomegranates aren't just sweet, they're loaded with antioxidants that reduce artery inflammation. Inflammation is one hidden reason blood pressure spikes in older adults. Robert added a handful of berries to his oatmeal and sometimes blended frozen pomegranate seeds into a smoothie. Garlic became his go-to flavor booster. Raw or cooked, garlic contains allicin, a compound proven to widen blood vessels. One study showed garlic supplements lowered blood pressure as effectively as first-line drugs in some people. But Robert preferred using fresh chopped garlic in soups and stir-fries. Then came the salt swap. Like most seniors, Robert didn't realize how much sodium was sneaking into his food, even healthy soups or breads. He started checking labels and chose low-sodium versions of everything. Instead of seasoning with table salt, he used herbs like basil, oregano, and lemon juice. He also added something unexpected: hibiscus tea, 2 cups a day. Why? A landmark study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that hibiscus tea lowered systolic BP by up to 7 points in adults with mild hypertension. It tastes tangy and refreshing. Robert enjoyed it warm in the evening, which also helped him sleep better. And speaking of sleep, Robert stayed consistent with his night routine. Lights dimmed at 9 p.m. No screens. A light snack of unsalted almonds or a piece of banana with cinnamon. He played soft music while doing 3 minutes of deep breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6. This lowered his heart rate and prepped him for a full night's rest. Remember, for seniors, sleep is not optional. Poor sleep causes the body to release more stress hormones, raising morning BP significantly. On days when he didn't feel like walking far, Robert would at least walk around the house after meals. Even just standing and moving for 10 minutes helped prevent post-meal blood sugar and BP spikes. He even did light stretches while watching TV. One underrated habit? Posture. Seniors often slump without realizing it, compressing blood flow. Robert began sitting upright and occasionally practiced gentle shoulder rolls or neck stretches. These tiny habits encouraged better circulation and less tension. A surprising bonus: after 3 weeks of this routine, Robert's belly fat reduced slightly. Why does this matter? Because belly fat in seniors is directly linked to insulin resistance and high blood pressure. As waist size shrinks, BP tends to follow. By week 3, Robert's pressure averaged 128/82. Not only did his numbers drop, but he felt lighter, calmer, and more in control. His doctor was impressed, and they agreed to delay medications as long as the progress continued. Here's the empowering part: you don't need to overhaul your entire life. Just start small, drink water in the morning, eat potassium-rich foods, cut back on salt, and breathe deeply. These actions tell your body, you're safe, you're healing. And if you're thinking, I'm already 70, it's too late, that's not true. Studies show seniors over 70 can still improve blood pressure dramatically within weeks by walking, eating smart, and lowering stress. It's never too late to take control. Your body wants to heal. You just have to give it the tools. No prescriptions, no pressure, just consistent, natural habits that work with your body, especially after 60. If you found Robert's story inspiring, consider this your sign to begin. You have more power than you think. And if you'd like the exact 7-day tracker, grocery checklist, and daily reminders that Robert used, let us know in the comments. We're here to support you with more senior-friendly solutions for blood sugar, belly fat, and energy after 60. You're not alone, and you're not too old to take back your health. If this video helped you, just imagine what a full week of these habits could do for your heart, your energy, and your life. Remember, age doesn't limit healing. Your body still listens, still responds, and still wants to thrive. So start small, drink your water, breathe deeply, add one healing veggie to your plate today, and most importantly, believe that change is possible at any age. Comment reset below if you want our free 7-day blood pressure tracker designed for seniors. Subscribe for more natural health tips, blood sugar support, and energy-boosting foods made just for you. This is your journey, and we're here for every step. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.